Then there is this quiet office complex in the suburban town of Acton, a place one might not immediately associate with boisterous Celtic punk.
1, 2, 3!
Welcome to the source of the band's name, the legendary Dropkick Murphys.
Growing up, obviously I was a big fan of the band, but I'd also heard about the story of there was a real Dropkick Murphy who was a professional wrestler. He had a place somewhere in Massachusetts. Nobody seemed to know where.
Boston Globe writer Emily Sweeney is writing a book about the legend of Dropkick Murphy. Turns out Murphy was a successful wrestler, known for his devastating, you guessed it, dropkick.
There's a dropkick from Murphy.
When he retired, Murphy bought Bellows Farm in Acton and began training fighters and taking in alcoholics.
When this opened, there weren't many options at all for alcoholics to be treated. If you were even committed by the courts, you'd be sent to jail, the State Farm at Bridgewater, something like that.
When you got there, they gave you red pajamas and the attendant T-shirt. So that if you wandered off the property, one of the police in Acton might say, well, it's just one of Dropkick's guys.
Today, Bobby Byrne owns a string of successful taverns on the Cape, but back in the day, he was a 3-time guest at Dropkick Murphy's Health Farm.
Everybody knew it, especially Irish people in Boston. You'd see guys in Dorchester and in bars with the red pants on. And there was a big photograph of Jackie Gleason. He was a frequent flyer there. And he had a T-shirt on. And there was a caption beneath it that said, if he ain't ashamed to wear them, you shouldn't be.
He was a pioneer before Betty Ford, for anything, the first rehabilitation center for alcoholics ever.
Amy Keene is one of 3 Murphy children still living in the area. When she and brothers David and John heard about the band using the name, they were floored.
I couldn't believe it. It was like, are you kidding me? But no, it's pretty neat. It's neat because it's keeping his name going and his history alive, which would have probably been forgotten.
How you doing, everybody? This is Ken Casey from the band Dropkick Murphys.
We catch up to Ken Casey of the musical Dropkicks on tour in Europe. He tells us the legend of Dropkick Murphys was well known in Irish-American Boston homes, and he always thought it would make a great band name. He sends us this phone video from a tour stop in Italy.
So we've been at it for 22 years, and for many years we wondered what the family thought. We didn't know, who to contact.
A mutual friend brought Amy and her brother John to see the band.
I was front row at one of their concerts, and they made me guest of honor, which was quite thrilling. My picture was up on the Jumbotron.
If we had any part of keeping the name alive, then it's an honor.
Oh, there was a bedroom right here, and further down was the TV room.
These days, 42 Davis Road in Acton remains a place of recovery. Its tenants, therapists, and healers. And for Emily Sweeney, the legend of Dropkick Murphys has packed even more punch than she could have hoped.
There goes Dropkick Murphy.
Totally. That's exactly how this was uncovering a hidden history. And I had no idea that there would be so much history here.